What's up, guys? A lot of people have been asking me how I fix my throttle to be a little bit more snappy on the Falcon Pro, and I'm going to show you all how to do that today. So let's get right into it. You're going to need a 5/32 Allen key, and then you're going to unscrew this bolt right here and that bolt right there. So once you get those bolts undone, I'll show you what it looks like. You've got both of these bolts right here. I like to set them in my battery tray right there so they don't move anywhere. But yeah, so you'll take off this back plate. It should, I'd move it out a little bit, but this back plate should, make sure you don't let that drop. But yeah, so these two should come off just like that. And so your throttle should now be exposed. So it should look something like this. And I'm gonna show you what you gotta do next. So if you'll look at it, I've already done that. So this moves every time that moves when you move your throttle back, and it hits this piece of plastic right here. Don't mind that mess, but it hits this piece of plastic right here. So if you wedge something in between those two pins, it'll, right when you twist it, it'll be right where it needs to be to engage. So I'm going to show you a solution on how to basically build this plastic piece to put in between your throttle. So what I did, I'll show you here in a second. So a lot of these bikes come with these crappy little front number plates, and it's perfect for what we're trying to use it for. And so what you're going to want to do is grab some scissors or a tool, like a tool that you can cut it with, and just basically cut a strip out. Yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. Strips shouldn't be too big. If you have a thicker piece of plastic, don't worry about doing 2 of these, but mine's not super thick, so I'm going to do 2. I'm going to cut them right in half so I have 4, and I'll do that right now. Just so you don't cut yourself, make sure you grab something to hold it with, like this, and then you can cut it easier because it keeps it stable. So that's just a tip, that way you don't hurt yourself. Now that you've got around 3 to 4 little pieces, what you're going to want to do is grab yourself some super glue. I'm not going to do this part because I've already done it and super glue gets everywhere, so I don't want to make a mess. But what you're going to want to do is just get something, like a toothpick or something, and put it, if my camera will focus, put it on top of the little pieces and then glue them together, okay? So once you have that done, you're gonna wanna have like a little sandwich, right? It'll be a sandwich of these things all on top of each other. And so once they're all together, they don't have to be the same size, but make sure they're not coming off that too much. See how there's like a tiny little clearance issue right there? That's not going to affect you, but if it's going all the way out to here, make sure it's tiny enough. But yeah, once you get super glue and glue them all together, see, I had to do a good bit for my liking, and you're going to want to glue the back of one of these, and make sure you don't glue this actual thing that twists, this right here, make sure you don't glue it onto that. Glue it onto this piece right here. So once you have that done, you're going to want to put these 2 back on. So it'll go on there right like that, and make sure it goes over the button. So it'll go over the button, sit like just like that, and once it pops out a little bit, that's how you know you've got it on right. And then stick the back one on so you can put these 2 screws through, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Now that you've gotten these 2 bolts tightened, make sure if your throttle feels like it's not snapping back, either you have dirt in your throttle cable, or not cable, but like throttle tube, and it's restricting it from spinning, or you pushed it too far in and the grip is now creating a friction on your handlebar. So if the grip is touching this, it should be like But if that's the case, just unscrew these screws a little bit, pull it out a little bit, and it shouldn't be touching it anymore, and you should have a perfect throttle. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. But yep, that's it for today. Later.
Like what? I'm not the 3 or the 2, I'm the what?